toughest race.
As part of Amazon Prime's newest release of the world's toughest race TV show, they've set out the challenge to equip yourself with a new skill, and I've been challenged to take on Kate Hilliard's world record. She currently holds in the 2,000 metre ski erg of 7 minutes and 6 seconds. I would love to get within maybe double. Let's go for 13 minutes, under 13 minutes for 2,000 metres. I'd be stoked with that record attempt for myself. As a sprint background, 45 seconds, I'm feeling completely outside my comfort zone. Tapping into some energy systems that I've never really used before. BMX racing is definitely that sprint athlete. It's all about strength and power. And today, as part of the 7-day training program that she's set, definitely going to be tapping into some comfort zones and ultimate sweat sensations that I've never had before. So here we go. Wish me luck. Okay, so Kate's day one of the program that she's programmed for me today, throwing me in the deep end, she said, not balls to the wall in her terminology, but that constant 80% sort of grind. What she's done today is the intervals. We've got 6 interval sprint efforts on the ski erg, 3 minutes on, 2 minutes rest, and roughly 18 minutes of work today. My normal training sessions, normally on the track, about an hour to 2 hours, but the energy systems that I'm normally tapping into is all that sprint power. But today we're really tapping into more an endurance and a different energy zone for myself today. Okay, so rounding out my first complete session from Kate, the best advice that she gave me was, as I was fatiguing, she said to focus on not cutting those reps short and right on cue. Wasn't getting up on my toes, wasn't doing the complete pull through motion, and started to rush my breathing. To focus on my breathing and get in that pattern and that routine really helped the time go by, and to also keep the length through my body, keep that power sustained and not cut those reps short. 1 session down, 6 to go. Thanks, Kate. So day 2, Kate's got me doing a hollow hold session, becoming comfortable being in that hollow position, maintaining that core strength and maintaining that form throughout the motion. Here we go. Tunes pumping. Today's all about strengthening the trunk and the core. So some of the similarities that I'm finding between doing the ski erg as well as BMX racing, you're always only as strong as your weakest link. So the ability to transfer power from your head to your toe and have no power wastage. That's what I'm finding here with the ability that Kate's programming to maintain that trunk hold, maintain that core stability, and be as efficient as possible. So finishing up day 4 here in Canberra, it is freezing cold conditions. Today was all about the hinging motion, being in that bent over power transfer and focusing all about the hinging motion. Some of the strengths I found was having a strong back from BMX racing. That really transferred today. I found that I had to decode some of the training program to prepare, go through YouTube and see what some of the exercise names were. So becoming familiar with a completely different sport, different training modalities, and any opportunity to prepare for the world's toughest race. When you can become comfortable in an uncomfortable environment, that's really where you're winning and making success and making those leaps forward. So for me to prepare in a different environment, doing different training, becoming knowledgeable, that's such a strength and asset that I'm finding today to learn a whole new world. Okay, day 6, pushing towards the end of this 7-day challenge. Today, Kate's got me back on the ski erg. A little bit more brutal this time. She says if I can get through today, then the challenge is going to be a walk in the park. She's programmed me for roughly 24 minutes of work, so the interval length compared to the start of this week is a little bit longer, but less sets. We're doing 6 minutes of work, 4 minutes off, 4 sets. I'm sweating just thinking about it. Okay, in 6 minutes, I was able to punch out 1,000 meters. So I might have completely timed my pacing wrong. I'm not too smoked. So I do my calculations correct. At that pace, I'm almost double the world record. Really got to amp up that speed a little bit.
Push! 20 more straight! Yeah! Woo!
seconds.
Getting close. 10:04.
So I thought
Get on to 10.
the goal was 13 minutes. I would have been happy. So 10, not bad. Thanks, Kate.
Hello, how are you? You're a pro skier now.
Brutal.
Did you learn anything about yourself?
I would say my mental resilience probably wasn't as tough as it could have been, and a huge area that if I was to take on the world's toughest race, that would be probably my biggest area of weakness would be just, the mental resilience to take that on, to know that I've got another gear and then to be able to continuously back that up. What about you? Good to see you, BMX Bandit.
I had so much fun. I don't know if I have the itch to keep doing it because I was also like terrified. You know when you're on a roller coaster and you're like, oh, this is great and I'm having a great time, but also like, I'm out BMXing my heart out at the park, BMX Monster Track, and I'm terrified. I'm used to doing like all my big tough stuff is in like a gym in a very controlled environment. And out here, there's kids everywhere who are much faster and much more confident than me. And there's dips and there's jumps that's very funny and very fast. And I'm going to try not to fall over today. That was me.
So you kiss the finish line and like, I'm done?
Yeah. No, it's more, I don't know how to describe it. Like it's one of those things, I imagine it's like bungee jumping, like, oh, you're so exhilarating. You're like, that was so cool, but also like, all right, that's done now. Like, no more.
Like I've conquered it. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you find that the jumps were the most challenging, or sprinting, or was it the corners?
A bit of both. Like so initially I had some like flat training just to go straight and go fast. And I was surprised how tired I got after it because like, I don't know how to explain it because I've done lots of hard, heavy stuff before. But this was like really challenging to make my body weight go forward. Whereas like if you're on a stationary bike or if you're on like a stationary machine or lifting a weight, I don't have to make my body go anywhere. But all of a sudden I had to every muscle I guess had to be worth its weight because I had to take it somewhere. And so I'd do it like a 10-second sprint and I'd be like, oh, I did like 5 minutes now.
Yeah, I think when champions align, you can have champion results. And yeah, congratulations. And I look forward to seeing you out on the bike more often.
Thank you. Well done.